This video is for test 4 test review. So in this video I'm going to go over number 1 on the test review. So for letter A, you're asked to find f plus g of x. So this is the same thing as f of x plus g of x. So you're given that f of x equals 5x squared minus 3 and g of x equals 2x plus 9. So then we're going to substitute these function rules in for f and g. So we're going to get 5x squared minus 3 plus 2x plus 9. So the operation is addition, so we're just going to combine our like terms. So we don't have any other terms of degree 2, so it's just 5x squared plus 2x, and then negative 3 plus 9 is positive 6. So then our final answer will be this. So make sure when you write your answer that you put what you're asked to find equals what you found it to be. Alright, so that's A. So let's take a look at B. Alright, so in this one, f minus g of x, so this is the same thing as f of x minus g of x. So again, we're going to substitute the function rules. So 5x squared minus 3 for f and 2x plus 9 for g. So we're going to get 5x squared minus 3 minus 2x plus 9. Alright, so now there's a minus in between here, so we're going to distribute that negative. So we're going to get 5x squared minus 3 minus 2x minus 9. So then again, no common terms with 5x squared, no common terms with negative 2x, negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12. So then our final answer would be f minus g of x equals 5x squared minus 2x minus 12. Alrighty, we're going to look at letter C now. So in C, the operation is multiplication, so it's a closed dot. So closed dot means multiplication, open dot means composition. So it's closed, so we're doing multiplication. So this is the same thing as f of x times g of x. So again, we're going to substitute the rules for f and g. So f of x is 5x squared minus 3, and then g of x is 2x plus 9. So now we are going to double distribute. So you can use the box. I'm just going to do it like this. Alright, so 5x squared times 2x gives us 10x cubed. 5x squared times 9 gives us 45x squared. Negative 3 times positive 2x gives us negative 6x. And negative 3 times 9 gives us negative 27. So we can't combine any like terms because we have none, so this would be our final answer. Alrighty, so let's take a look at D. So in D we are dividing. So we're going to be dividing the function f by the function g. So the function f is 5x squared minus 3. The function g is 2x plus 9. So when we are dividing functions, we have to take into account domain restrictions. So we can't have a denominator of 0 because that would make our function undefined. So we need to find the value of x that makes our function undefined. So the way we do this is we set the denominator equal to 0. So then we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. So then we get 2x equals negative 9. So then we're going to divide both sides by 2. So then x equals negative 9 halves. So a value of negative 9 halves would make our denominator 0. So our domain restriction, where x cannot equal negative 9 halves. So we have to include this domain restriction. So if we were going to write the domain for this function in interval notation, the domain would be so all values of x except negative 9 halves. So starting from negative infinity, we'll go all the way up to negative 9 halves. We are going to have a break at negative 9 halves because x cannot equal negative 9 halves. So we're going to pick back up negative 9 halves to positive infinity. So this right here means the same thing as x cannot equal negative 9 halves. Alright, so now we are going to take a look at E. So in E and in F we have open circles. So that means we're going to be composing the functions. So this is read f of g of x. So it's the same thing as f of g of x. So writing it in this notation, it's easier to see what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be substituting the rule for g into the function f. So remember I said think order of operations. So g of x is in parentheses, so that's what's going to be going into f. Alright, so f is 5x squared. So wherever we see an x, we're going to put the function g. So 2x plus 9 quantity squared minus 3. Alright, so then we'll have 5, and then we have the quantity 2x plus 9 squared. So then we're going to write the factor out twice. So then we're going to double distribute. So we get 5 times 4x squared plus 18x plus 18x plus 81 minus 3. So now we can combine like terms. So we'll get 5 times the quantity 4x squared plus 36x plus 81 minus 3. So then we're going to close enough. Alright, so then we're going to distribute this 5. So we're going to get 20x squared plus 180x plus 405 minus 3. So then we get 20x squared plus 180x. 405 minus 3 is 402. So then our final answer would be f of g of x equals 20x squared plus 180x plus 402. Alright, so then for E, wait, that was E. So for F, we are trying to find g of f of x. So then this notation is the same thing as g of f of x. So we're going to be substituting the function rule f into g. Alright, so g is 2x plus 9. So wherever we see an x in g, we're going to substitute the function f. So we're going to have 2 times the quantity 5x squared minus 3 plus 9. So then we get 10x squared minus 6 plus 9. 10x squared negative 6 plus 9 is positive 3. So then our final answer would be g of f of x equals 10x squared plus 3. So this concludes problem number 1 on the test review.